Alright, time for a holiday recipe. Today we're making my grandfather's eggnog. Stick around. I think you'll like it. Alright, the first thing we're going to have to do is separate out the yolks and the whites from 6 eggs. I do it over a small bowl because that way if I crack the yolk into the whites in one of them, I don't have to throw away the whole thing. And then you just drop the whites into their own container, continue on. Room temperature eggs separate more easily. The best way to get little bits of shell is with other shell.
Oh, that's not shell.
Alright, set the whites aside, and we'll deal with the yolks right now. Alright, once you've got the yolks separated, we've got them in the bowl of the stand mixer. We're going to add 1 cup of powdered sugar. You can generally find powdered sugar at any grocery store. Go ahead and toss that in. But if you're like me and your grocery store is out of powdered sugar, make your own using a blender, a cup of granulated sugar, and cornstarch. You want a tablespoon of cornstarch to a cup of granulated sugar, and that'll make you a cup of powdered sugar.
Make sure the blender's plugged in, and it's going to be loud.
And there is homemade powdered sugar. Now that we've got the powdered sugar sorted, and we've got that in with our eggs, we're going to go ahead and start this at a low speed. Let it go for a few minutes. Once it's incorporated, go ahead and drop the bowl. Scrape it down with a rubber spatula. You want to get this to the ribbon stage, which it is not yet at. You want like solid ribbons rolling down. We're almost there though. And again, start it off slow, and then bring the speed up as it gets more and more incorporated. That looks about right. It's nice and glossy and runs off in a nice, consistent stream. Perfect. Alright, next we're going to add the milk. You need 4 cups in total. I'm going to use 2 cups of half and half. and 2 cups of whole milk. You could make this richer by using cream or heavy whipping cream or all half and half. Anyway, we're going to get that spinning up with the eggs and the sugar. It's very important that you start this slow because otherwise you will paint the walls of your kitchen with milk, eggs, and sugar. Slow that down, give it a quick stir. Make sure everything's getting incorporated. Alright, now that that's nice and smooth, we're going to move it to another container and then we'll come back and get started on the egg whites. Alright, now it's time for the egg whites. We're going to whip these to almost stiff peaks. We're going to add the teensiest, tiniest pinch of salt, which will just help the proteins break down and whip up better. Again, we're going to start it slow and then build the speed as we start to get air into the egg whites. You know you're starting to reach soft peaks when you can see a trail in the whites that this leaves. It's not quite at a peak yet, it's still dripping off. It needs just a few more minutes. Alright, so let's check. Soft peaks. Stiff peaks. Ready to mix. Now it's time to mix. Over here we've got our egg yolks, sugar, and milk. Here we've got our egg whites. We're going to fold the egg whites into the essentially custard to give it some more body and light airiness. I'm going to take about a third of it and just mix it in. You want to just whisk it until it's combined. Then we're going to add another third. And again, whisk till it's just combined. And then the last third of it. And now we're almost done. The last thing to add is a cup of liquor. I'm using a cup of Gosling's Black Rum. You could use brandy or bourbon or whiskey or generally any dark liquor that you like. And we're just going to whisk that through. And now it's time to give it a little taste.